So this is what I wear whenever I do poison ivy. I wear a really, really light shirt, especially for hot days. I wear a pair of shorts that are comfortable to move around in. These are kind of snug. And then really long socks. And those are almost to come up a little bit past my knees. And of course, since I have longer hair, I have to have it pulled back so it's not in my face. And that's what I call my initial kit that I wear underneath my suit. All right, we're getting ready here today. And I'm just suiting up. I like to make these almost like bloomers high on the boot. Very important. Make a little fold. That way you'll be able to tear it off at the end. Now today's removal, I've been to this property for 3 years. We're talking about removal over a long amount of time. 100 feet, maybe 150. Deep as 20. So it's huge. And we've made a ton of progress. Now, one thing that I pay particular attention to is the sun. I want to know where the sun's rising, where it's setting. Am I going to be exposed all day? And this is an exposure all day, but I do have time in the morning. And so we want to work in the shade as long as we can, particularly in a hot suit. And just for reference, I've already got IVX pre-contact solution on. That is a gel barrier. Highly recommend. Use it liberally. I've never had a reaction to it. And I also have new nitrile gloves. Nitrile gloves over the winter will break down, and then I find that they burst. So I always get fresh gloves every season. And I use the old ones for, inspecting and general use around the house. Okay, we're good to go. Now this is all poison ivy. We have some things growing in it, but overall it's really quite thick. And I want you to notice how well maintained it almost looks. Almost like somebody weed whacked it. Our goal is to come from here all the way down to that light pole and over. And we're trying to kind of contain the line here of the poison ivy. So I kind of lined myself right up to here. We've moved about 10 feet in the past hour and a half. We're really wrapped around here. It's actually growing. It's actually growing through this concrete place. We're gonna keep moving this way. Now, if we have time, we're gonna make a second pass over here. But again, look at the density of this. So what we're doing, taking the root slayer, right there. And all we're doing is wedging it up. And you'll see this technique in all sorts of videos. But we're just loosening up the soil. And then we can use a broad fork or a wood fork. I got one today at Lowe's. I've already bent it to go ahead and start to dig out. Now there's going to be a ton of vines still left in the ground. You'll feel it. I'll just do a little chunk. Just to loosen that up. That's not good. Now you'll see it's snapping. Don't freak out. It'll start to thread out. It's just that it's super thick in here. Let's do one from the other side. See? Something's stuck in the way. I found a spot to put you on. So now I've got to clear out the other stuff. And sometimes you can just dig right in here and pull, as such. Okay? That's fine. We do have better tools there. So, get a little mechanical advantage. This is my magic tool. This is made in Japan. If you look on Amazon, it's called a weed sickle, and I'll put it down below. But what it does is it digs underneath. It has a serrated edge to it. I'm just going to kind of wiggle it out. And it just kind of wedges under there. Now, it looks like I'm leaving a lot underground, which I am right now. I don't want this hitting me up in the face. So it's easier for me to get leaves and that oil away and then go back in and pry up with that broad fork. That back and forth. Different angle. Now, there's some really big, tall guys that are way stronger than I am that can handle 2 broad forks at a time. I can't do that. And now we just start releasing those roots. And you just feel around. You'll get them. That's how we clear out a section. We just work one chunk at a time. It's not a race, except for a race against the sun and the heat. First time and energy. A little stuck. This is just a regular weed right here. I'm not gonna get that right out. Yeah, it might have been. Sometimes it starts to get hard to tell.
that's about it. Another 30 feet to go.